Measuring the performance and growth of individuals within a team is something that can benefit not only the individual employees, but also the wider organisation. Measuring performance at work can lead to some of the following benefits. Number one, there is more motivation and continuous movement towards the individual's personal goals as well as their professional goals. 2. The individual will start to let go of bad habits that prevent them from achieving their goals. 3. The individual can hold themselves more accountable for their problems, which will enable them to find solutions and stop making excuses. 4. The individual will visually see their progress, which promotes optimism. 5. As a result of achieving goals, the individual will build more self-confidence. This in turn will increase the individual's happiness, which will also improve other areas of their lives.
So we use what we call KPIs, or key performance indicators. So say if we have a new starter, we measure them at 1, 3 and 6 months, and we agree some key performance indicators for them. So they're, like I say, they're measured at 1, 3 and 6 months, and sort of measured against everyday work tasks. And they can change over the 6-month period. That sort of leads up to the period of probation, and then after probation we then set a year key performance indicator, and that is what they hope to achieve over the year.
We do the 1, 3, 6 month training plans to make sure people are hitting targets from those months. Just keeping open communication with people to make sure everyone's happy, everyone's comfortable in the positions they've got and the jobs they're doing, everyone knows where they're meant to be, and that we can make sure we're hitting all the deadlines we need to hit.
It's important to measure individual performances, then you can see if anybody's working particularly well or working particularly poorly, and then you can sort of find the weak links or the strong links in the team. So then when you're measuring the team performance, you can kind of take that into consideration and thinking where are things going right or where are things going wrong.
Everyone needs to be working together as one unit when you're working in a team, so if one person's not, it can throw the full team off. So individual performances are vital.
So you can use key performance indicators, so they're sort of agreed ways of working for a set amount of time. You can also sort of set people workloads and see if they've met the workload throughout the week. You can also organise timesheets, and you can have a look against the timesheets if they've sort of met the workload in a timely fashion.
So some different ways to measure individual performance is setting individual tasks, so that everyone has certain tasks they have to achieve. Individual deadlines as well as the group deadlines, so they know where they need to be and what time frame they've got to get to there. Review plans, so reviewing all the plans we have and targets, just make sure everyone knows exactly what they're doing, how they need to get there, and everyone's comfortable. And again, it's just communication, keeping the lines of communication open so that everyone's happy and everyone's hitting the targets they need to hit.
So what I use is what's called a waggle, so what a good one looks like. So with anybody that's not done a task before, I'll show them a version of the task that I've done previously, and that's the expected standard that I would like them to then replicate, whether that be a certain document, a certain email, a certain way of setting up a tracker or a spreadsheet, and then they've got that to work against and then copy that. But then I also, once they've done their version of them and working for a certain amount of time, I'll then look at their work and then incorporate that in my waggle as well, to make sure that I'm not just sticking in my, stuck in a rut, and I'm making sure I'm incorporating new ways of working.
So a good thing is to show people examples of previous work, the type of work that I expect from them, that I know they can do, I know they can hit. Even our competitors' work, show them what our competitors are doing, so it's something for us to achieve to make sure we're doing better than they're doing. And lots of training. Training is vital to make sure that everybody in the team are at the same level. Everyone's got the same type of skills, so we can all work together well. Just make sure that everybody's clued up to exactly what they're supposed to be doing.
So it's really important to know your team so you understand what happens when they're at work and when they're at home. So it's a lot of things can happen at home that would affect the way they're working. Say if they're working from home, obviously if they have been recently and they've got a family, they've not got adequate space to work, then their work output's not going to be as great as it would in the office. But then some people prefer working at home if they've got a really quiet, clean environment to work in. Individuals' mental health as well is really important. If they're struggling with certain things, then you need to put measures in line to support that. So obviously that comes first. For me, that comes first ahead of work performance, and obviously that's a key building block. If they've not got good mental health and they're not feeling well, they're not going to be able to do the work anyway. So that's priority. Also, it's important to consider whether they understand what's going on, whether they like their job. They're seeing if they want to consider ropes promotion and things like that.
It's important to keep in mind when measuring individual performances that everybody has individual personalities and everybody has different needs and desires and dreams and fears and hopes, and everyone has different aspirations and goals within the workplace and in their personal lives. So it's important to make sure that we treat everyone as individuals. It's also important not to be biased towards people because we might be more friendly with them or we might have spent more time with them. We have to treat everybody the same, but at the same time we have to respect their individual needs.